All right, what's going on? Let's flip this camera and let's do our Watercolor Wednesday. So, we've got some cool paintings to take a look at. Some recent works. I don't know if all of you have seen some of these, but what on social media, if you follow me on social media, all around a small technical issue. 2 seconds. Wow. All right, it's good to be back, right? So, how is everybody? Things are going well here. I am back home. Oh my goodness, I've never had this much trouble. There we go. We had our camera being like uber shy. So, I am back in my studio in San Diego, and we are going to take a look at some paintings that I did over my trip. So, I know some of you like a good story, but I will also I'll also be doing a cool little painting. So here we have this sweet little barn scene. This is actually a piece. Hey, how's it going? Am I still upside down? Holy cow. Let's flip this camera up. Orientation, rotate. My bad. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. Are you guys right side up or upside down? What's going on? I've never had this much of an issue. It looks good now. Thanks so much, Chuck Davis. I appreciate. Can you also hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Chuck Davis, right side up. Thank you. So, I've been working on this series, but before I show you all these, let me grab my demo paintings. So, right before I left, I had shared with all of you that I was doing some boats and some bridges and some beaches. And the last painting I did was this boat scene. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and watch the video that we did 2 weeks. I apologize, I was not here last week because I was teaching in Virginia. Here's also the other painting I had done just prior to leaving for the West Coast to teach. This is one of my favorite spots. It never gets old. This is Tower. Is in Ocean Side Harbor. So that's north of here just a little bit. And so this is the piece I did right before I headed out. This is the one that I demoed for you guys right before I headed out. And I went out to go teach some folks in Maryland and also PA, so Pennsylvania. And I'm looking for my first demo. Well, I don't have all the demos. Some of the demos got sold. But what I do have is this lovely thing here. This is a little scene that was in Maryland. It was pretty cool. I was teaching actually in this old church. And I really liked the lighting that was in the city, and it was a good time. I lucked out. It did not rain on us. And the wonderful thing here about this street was the nice narrow street and the tall buildings. And the next painting I did was of a covered bridge, but that one is on my Instagram. You can see that. But the other painting I did was of this place called Devil's Backbone. And I purposely did not finish spelling bone because the focus is the car coming over this bridge. So this is in Washington, I think, County, and of Maryland, and it was a good time. Nice, bright sun. The trees were starting to turn color, especially a few more days later. I went after that and painted this scene while I was in my hotel. So as we're driving around Pennsylvania and Maryland, I was taking some snapshots. My new good friend, Lee, definitely made sure I didn't fall out of the car, but you got this cool chimney bringing up some nice little smoke from the fireplace, and you got this beautiful yard that leads you over this road that leads you over. I really liked this wonderful shadow. It doesn't distract, it just adds more depth to this painting. Another painting in which I finished in my hotel was this wonderful thing. This was such an exciting place. This was across the street from Devil's Backbone Park. And this old house was actually more in the shambles than I made it look a lot nicer than it actually was. But I like this old bus. This old bus would pick up people to like take them to church on a Sunday. And you know, we've got some other things in here, but they're not the focal point. Right here is where I'm wanting you to look. And we're creating this wonderful atmosphere by having a tree here with very minimal, very minimal detail, okay? So we're looking actually past it. This is actually called a keyhole, where we're looking through the keyhole to this part here. All right, from there, from there, I did this one. This was over in Pennsylvania. Actually, there was one other painting, but it's not here. I painted the Frederick something rather library in Mercersburg as my demo for my students. But that one was sold. And I have this one to show you of Mercersburg. Wonderful little clock tower. We've got the street here, and we have some mechanics that are crossing the street. And over here, we got a little FedEx guy delivering some packages. I love the softness and the bright. It was just uber bright that day. I really enjoyed, and people enjoyed having me there painting. From there, I was in my hotel room, and I painted this lovely covered bridge. And look at this wonderful reflection in the water. Hey, and welcome. I see some of you snuck on here, and I'm seeing some thumbs up. Thank you so much. And I'm just talking about the paintings I did on my trip. We had a wonderful time finding these old covered bridges. If you don't know why there are covered bridges, it's because these bridges are made out of wood. And if it wasn't covered, these wooden bridges would deteriorate from the snow and whatnot. I snuck in my good friend Lee, borrowing my easel to paint with. And the next one, these are all out of order. I apologize, I did not prepare better. From there, I did another demo at a park with some ducks. And that one is not here, but we have this. So this was over at a lovely park in a place called Hagerstown. And I could be saying that wrong, but there was this cool pavilion where these folks were waiting. Actually, they were not there. Neither was the guy mowing the grass or this wonderful couple on a date. But I had to add something. The wonderful thing that attracted to me was the light that was over here, the coolness of the building with the wonderful lighting here. We had some wonderful light that was coming this way, and it was very attractive. There was lots of bugs chasing me, getting me, and it was quite fun. From there, there was another painting that I did, and it is not here. I apologize because, well, we had a good time. Oh, here is the first day. We actually were in this that church building, back over here. That church building, I did this little example of designing. If you haven't taken a class with me, we go through these little steps. And this is the fast track to learning how to get a lot of watercolor done in a short amount of time. Your goal to just get better at watercolor is more paintings. And I highly, highly recommend if you can get, 25 of these done, you would have 100 paintings. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4 times 25, and you have 100 paintings. The only thing difference between you and I is just mileage and painting. All right, look at this. Moving into the last day of the workshop, we have this demo. Uh-oh. Oh, apologize. Sorry about that. All right, so what we have here is this wonderful little building, and there's this nice little stream that's coming here. There were lots of mosquitoes that morning. I was chasing off little bees. They don't sting you, but they just are a nuisance. I had a stink bug jump on my glasses from the tree and crawl on the inside by my eye. It was not a disaster, but it was freaky. I had a gnat. One of the students asked me how I made this color mixture, and the bug went right in my mouth, down my throat. So I ate a bug during this demo. So the wonderful thing we have here is, look at this background. We have a nice background, and it's even back here. Then we've got a nice middle ground that's right in here. And then we have this lovely foreground. We've got this sense of water that's traveling underneath through this building. And look at this lovely light. And to be completely honest, there was no sun out until I actually signed my name. The funniest thing was, as I'm signing my name, the sun came right here and lit up the front with everything back here in shadows. And oh, wow, I really lucked out. From there, I did this painting of this barn. This is quite a setup. So in Pennsylvania, there are barns that are very much different than here in California. So these barns they have different levels. So on this side, there's actually a second floor. On this side, there's a first and second floor, okay? So the cattle are in on this side, all right? And then actually this right here is for the farm equipment to be stored. I thought it was going to be a disaster to put this canoe, but it actually works out quite nice. It's just something extra here. The lovely thing was the light was out. We had some birds fly by. And then look at this wonderful shadow. In Pennsylvania and also Maryland, on the sheds, these are metal. Alright, and then there's these little things here. And this is designed so that the snow doesn't just like dry and just fall off and cause problems. Alright, from there, I have still been painting barns since I've been back. And here is a barn I just did. Again, I took tons and tons of photo. And the funny thing is, I am really geeking out on these barns. Alright, so the wonderful thing about these barns is the way they're designed. And I find that very, very intriguing. Like, why did they build them this way? It's not boring. It's just something new to learn and understand, right? And so that's what you've got to find. Like, why do you want to paint like this thing, right? And so again, I went from painting, right, this, which I really love painting, okay, and painting this, all right, to right now, and I'm still finishing up this series, and I've been painting this. The next thing I want to share is we've got some more barns. And what do we have? We have this lovely covered bridge. Alright, so, you know, I've talked about this before. Don't write something off, okay? Don't like, oh, I've already painted that bridge. I've already painted that, you know, place, blah, blah, blah. I mean, this is the same covered bridge, all right? But this is a different angle, okay? Same place, different lighting, which from this angle, from over here, I was standing over here, taking a picture this way. So the light was hitting from this way, right? Okay. And now look at this one. This takes a little more work, all right? A little more effort. And if I were to share one thing with you, so this can be tricky, right? As far as like perspective. When you are drawing perspective, and say we're looking at a clock, right? So this is 12 noon. This is 6, 3, 9. And here, right, we've got 1, 2. Right? 1 and 2. And over here we got 4, 5. And over here 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if we come over here and we look at the angle of this wonderful guy here. So would you say that this angle is 3 o'clock? Or would you say this angle is 4 o'clock? Do you see that? So if I were to draw this line for the roof, I would be thinking 4 o'clock. Okay? Now when I'm drawing this line, am I thinking 3 o'clock? Is it straight across? No. See, if I hold this down like that, it's going up. See this? So that would be 2 o'clock. Okay? Or maybe even here, right? So when you're doing these things of perspective, here's one more. What about this angle? All right. Well, it looks like it's more like 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock. See that? 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock. It's definitely not 10 and 2, right? So if we have this here, and then we bring this straight down, this is 6 o'clock, 12 to 6, look at that. This is from 9 to 3, 9 to 3. So straight up and down, okay? Then we got another little thing here. This is coming across from 9 to 3, okay? You might be left-handed, so you might be drawing from 3 to 9. See that? 3 to 9. So here we go. We got this lovely thing here like that. This is looking at this straight on. Maybe we got the back side here. Okay. All right. This is the inside. And maybe we got a guy walking here with his buddy. Okay. Bump, bump, bump. This would be all nice and dark right in here. This would be nice and dark. Maybe there's light of the sun coming this way. So their shadows are going here and maybe even up on there. See that? All right. So a quick way to figure out this angles is to think about the clock. There's actually a sign right here too. It says that maybe this is 10 foot by 6 inches high. So no truck accidentally runs into that. All right. They also used to do this. They used to extend this out like this and make another little thing here on these cover bridges where actually you would walk here instead, and that would be much safer. And then cars would come through here. Cars, I said. Cars. Bum, bum, bum. We are drawing a car right now. There's a box. Here's some wheels. Dun, dun, dun. We got our car coming in. Coming in hot. There we go. Let's make this shot of the car because it's backlit. He's coming through, and let's put some driver in there. Someone's got to be driving this car. Maybe there's a rack on top. Okay. There's not any people anywhere. There's a car. Alright. Alright, you catch my drift. Now these people can walk through here safely, out of harm's way, without getting ran over. How fun is that? Alright. So, don't, don't worry about, whether one is better than the other. These are two really good paintings, right? Look at that. Look at that cool reflection. All right. From there, after that covered bridge, covered bridge, we have this guy. Voila. Well, look at there. We've got a nice red barn. Over here is like this cool water tank deal. Let me zoom in. And look at those guys having a conversation. Yep. Look at this cool fence. Gate. Got a little chicken coop over here with some fencing. Some corral gates. Over here's the house. Over here is just a bunch of farm equipment. And this one, I'll be honest, it's one of my recent faves. And what do you think? Do you have a favorite that I shared? Please leave it in the comments. I'm curious. And then this one was from today. So that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Wonderful things that I recommend is, if you can, do some sketches each day, that's really helpful. If you can do, I know not everybody can do a painting a day, but if you could do a painting a day, could you see how that would be beneficial? And yeah, so without any further ado, while I am putting down a new sheet of paper to paint on, please put in the comments which one of those paintings did you like the most? I am just curious to see how funny. Does that water stain look like a fist? Hey! Alright, Gabriel. Alright, so today we're working with some Kilimanjaro paper. And I'm not quite sure how long this one's gonna go. But what I want to do, and I think is very beneficial, is I want to talk about mixing some color and then mixing a color for a shadow. There's not only one way to skin a cat, right? Or a deer or whatever. There are many ways to cross the road. There are many ways to jump a rope. And my suggestion is try out some of these exercises. and you know, you might find one that is currently helping you, and then you'll find out that there are some that don't pertain to you or how you are going to paint. Oh, do you want to see the new paintings I framed? They're not new. They've been around. Right over here. So this is the studio. And right here is a painting of Balboa Park. I just framed that one. Then we have this lovely one here of Balboa Park. Over there we have Coronado. I guess I could zoom back out. And over there we have an airport. That airport I was stuck at, so I went ahead and painted it. Oh, and then we have my award. You guys probably already saw that. That was from the fair. Good times. All right. Oh, we got some peeps putting up their favorites. What do we have? Cindy says the covered bridge from the side down the road. Oh, cool. Very nice. Thank you so much. And we got another one. I like the view was looking through the covered bridge the most so far. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Chuck. All right. We are going to divide this space like this. Okay, so first of all, I've chosen this painting. It's going to be horizontal, right? And this much is the sky, and this much is the land. And right here, I'm gonna put our lovely building. And we're gonna put this building, like, you know, on an angle, right? And we're gonna come here like this, and then come down. And if you just noticed, yes, we are doing a barn. We are gonna look at some lovely shadows, and we're gonna put a nice little silo here. Okay, coming in. Let's push this over just a little bit more, and like that. All right, let's go ahead and put a nice little notch right here. This is gonna come over like that. And this is gonna kick back. And we're going ahead and make this wonderful stuff in here. And then we're gonna put these guys right here. All right. There we go. And we'll put a spot here. I can't see your pencil marks. Bristle, what's happening? Yeah, it's tricky because the lighting in here it's better at your great uncle's studio at his house. All right, I will make that floor bristle just a little bit. We've got a roof, and this is a triangle piece coming like that. And that was a hello bristle. And then we've got this roof coming here, and there's these things here that help with the heat of these barns. And then there's this part. And then the door here and there. Let's put some trees here and some big trees here and small trees again and some real big ones. Okay. And here's this trees back here like that. And then we'll do this little zigzag kind of road like that. So this is coming up like that. All right. And we'll put a fence right there. It says no go. Let's put a fence here. That's a no-go too. We just want you to drive down the road and into the barn. All right. And that is A-okay. All right. I will leave this video up for anyone that wants to watch this again and paint along, including bristle. I will be posting this video right after to be able to be play in the replay. There's a lot of content, videos, and such. So let's put a nice blue, pretty sky here, like that. Now with some water only, I'm going to now bring that blue down. See that? I'm making some swirlies. I'm not going over this spot over and over, but just to extend that blue, okay? Meaning I want to bring the paint down further without grabbing more paint, okay? I'm gonna paint right into my trees. The reason why I'm painting right into the trees is because when I paint the green trees, I want a blue sky behind there. See that? Now let's bring that blue down here into those trees. I'm gonna bring this part here. Chuck Davis, which DS blue pigment are you using? This blue, great question. I am using manganese blue hue. It looks like this. Okay? Maybe I'll do this so you all can see. All right. All right, once I've got that blue sky, I can take a clean napkin. I got the last one. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's time to bring some more napkins to the studio. I'm gonna get in here and make a few little clouds. I said a few little clouds. Okay. And I'm gonna take a little, just water, and just touch right in here. Now, again, make some more clouds up in there. Look at that. There we go. Nice. Look at those fluffy things. This is a little too circular. I'm gonna put a little water, then I'm gonna pick up that cloud. A little water, pick up that cloud and that cloud. That's pretty cloudy. I don't know about you. All right, let's grab, I'm gonna use this brush now. So this brush, this holds lots of water. This holds less water. If that's confusing, I've got some short videos that explain that, okay? I'm gonna grab some green. And I'm gonna bring this, there we go. I won't see your comments because now this is above my head. But you'll get the point. You'll get to see me grab some greens here. Actually, I can see the comments if I stand up. All right, see these trees? I'm gonna lightly put these trees in with the side of my brush, like this. Look at that. I'll grab some of this yellowy gold stuff, mix it in there. You want to make these trees just different greens. You don't want to get stuck painting the same green all the way across. So let's put a different green here. And I'm gonna grab some more goldy color right in there. Gonna grab maybe some turquoise right in here. It's gonna get darker towards the bottom because that's where the shadows are underneath our trees, right? So I can grab some purpley color, put that into my green, and we're gonna go right into there. Right into here. Leave some of these holes for the birds to fly through, okay? I can move that over just a little bit more, huh? Oh, not that much. There we go. All right. Not the best setup, but that's okay. We're moving along. Let's do this golden grass color. So I'm gonna go right in like this. Come right back like so. I'm gonna paint this all in one swoop-ish. Okay. And one swoop, get into there and get out. Don't spend too much time like going over and over. Just put one nice little coverage. Okay. See that little thing right there? I can just take that right away. Like so. Can't forget about this tree. Holy mackerel. He's a little bit further in the distance because he is back there farther than these ones. So in this part of the tree, it's thicker and darker. Okay. Not too dark though. We're not going black or anything. Okay. Now we've got this part. I know that this building is going to be darker here. So I'm going to make a nice light green color. And put it right in there. A little more water. There we go. Nice and light green. And there we go. Just like so. Okay? Don't fuss too much. Let's put a little bit of green stuff down here. Just a little bit. Okay? Nice. Let's give some grass up in here. There we go. But do you see how I left the road? I did not paint over our road. All right, let's talk about making the shadow. Today, what we're looking at is this is a red barn, but there's a shadow side. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a red. Now this is a really warm red. Okay, so you don't want a red that's like purpley. You want a red that's nice and hot. Think of like a fire truck. Alright. So there's my fire truck red. The barn's gonna have a little bit of brown in it. Okay, and a little bit of orange. And almost there. That's good. No. A little more red. Let's try it. Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna leave the roof white for right now. Take your time, paint in this part of the barn. This is an underneath part, so I'm not painting all the way to the bottom of the barn. Okay. We're gonna paint this way. If you have little white dots like that, just leave those. Those are sometimes just wonderful reflections of light. Watercolor is a little different than, let's say, coloring books, right? We also know that we're making paintings, not photographs, right? Alright, so check that out. We've got our barn here. Like that. Very nice. I'm liking this red. Now I'm going to take this purpley color and make this darker thing with a little bit of gold goodness. And I'm going to paint this underneath part here, kind of like this brownish gold. You'll see why here in a little bit. Let's put this brownish gold in there. And I could take out a little bit of this, make it just a little bit lighter. Alright. I know I got more paper towel somewhere. We've got that silo. And let's get some lavender right here. My sun is coming, the light is coming from this side, so I'm just gonna paint this one side like that. The top part here. Okay. Now let's talk about this. And before we go there though, let's talk about the gray roof. I want a nice gray that's kind of yellowy, purple. So I'm taking lavender and like a goldish color. And let's do this like that. Connect this top, connect this bottom. I'm leaving those other whites, alright? Not getting fussy about that stuff. This blue is starting to dry. Mine's a little tricky because there is a wind blowing right behind me. I'm gonna make this dark color. This isn't black. This is neutral tint. There's this little thing here at the top. Like this. And here. Now, these will make sense just here shortly. This is a nice little dark here on this edge. this little thing there. Alright. Now, just with a little bit of turquoise, we're going to just cool this off-ish. There we go. Like that. Now, to our shadow. What I want is, I want my red, and the opposite of red is turquoise or green. So put some turquoise in there. And then now, I'm gonna come in here and make this side of the barn darker, cooler. Okay. I am painting on somewhat of a nice angle. So the paint is also running downward. Okay. There's going to be a slight shadow underneath the eave of, right underneath here. Okay. Then there's a little lip of our barn right here. This has to go dark underneath there. That's pretty cool, huh? That's dark right there. Alright. Now, let's get our golden color again. This is gold, so opposite of it is purple. Now, let's put this dark in here. And this is going to come in here. And this wonderful dark stuff like that. And there we go. There are our little lovely gate, our fence here, the shadow, and our other fence. And a shadow. Okay. Put a fence over here. And call that good. Got all our fences in. Nice. Alright. So, from there, I can take a little bit of that purpley color and make this just a little more intense. There we go. A little bit more darker here. Make that just a little more intense. And that's underneath here. Sorry if I'm going too fast. I want to be able to just be able to get this done in a timely manner. Here we go. Bring that down. Nice. So we've got a nice little building. It's looking like it's not right in front of us, right? It's kind of in a distance, far away, right? And it helps to use your fingernail too sometimes. See this? Watch these pieces of wood look better when I put my fingernail. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Guess how much this fingernail cost me? Free 99. Alright. There we go. There's my shadow. those, I can do the same thing while they're still wet. Okay. My goodness. Let's put on the trim. There's a cool trim of white on our barn. I'm using this white here. And if you don't have white, that's okay. Maybe you can use acrylics or a color pencil. And we're going to start right about here and put this edge in. Like that. We're going to come across this way. Like that. So how I do this is my paint is kind of milky, runny, where it allows me to do one stroke. Okay, when it has those little dotted things, that's because I'm using a rough paper, a paper that has texture. Alright, let's put some trim on our roof. I'm going above that shadow. Okay. Nice. Like that. See how that shadow just popped even more? I'm gonna come over here on the silo and put little white, lovely streaks this way. There we go. Again, if some of you are painting with me, there's no shame in doing this in the replay. If you're watching the replay, hello. Please leave a comment and let me know that you watched this video. There's some barbed wire on this fence. Let's put some barbed wire. This keeps our cattle in. And let's put some highlights on our fence out here. Okay. Let's put some trim on the top of this barn here. There we go. We're going to put some trim right here. Nice. I hope you're enjoying this. This is fun. It's, for me, it's very relaxing. I enjoy painting so much. I'm very grateful that I get paid to do this for a living. Alright, our barn is almost done. We are going to put the trim over here and here and around our barn door. There we go. And I'm going to zoom in just so you can see that. Yeah. Let's put some windows on our second floor of our barn. We're just going to put maybe 4. So, like elongated ones, maybe like here, 1, and then maybe over here, 2. And then what I'm gonna do, let's try this. I did not plan this part. We're winging it. Sometimes you gotta wing it to have fun. Here's some lavender. That's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Let's go and put some white here around this window. So I just showed you 2 different ways you can do some windows. There is a window up in here, but you can't see it much. It's in the shadow. I need to fix this roof. It's just a little wonky. I don't know if fix is the right word. Just, we're gonna watch. I'm gonna like this a lot more. Because it's my painting, yo. I like to paint my pictures the way I enjoy them. And hopefully you do too. So, yes, we need to learn from other people. But eventually, you're going to want to paint your own stuff. There we go. Now we're rocking and rolling. Yes. I'm liking that. And the top of my roof just needs a little love right here. A little love in there. A little McLovin, didn't hurt anyone. A little bit of this. Here, some dots and dashes there. Yeah. And oh, we have to establish our line. Bum bum bum. What do you think? What do you think of this? We're gonna do together some darker darks down in here in the bottoms. These are where our trees are putting off some shadows. And shadow it up. This is where by painting the shadows are going to make the light even brighter. Okay? Nice. How we looking there? It's coming along. And let's make our road take us. Okay. Right here is the part of the grass where it's kind of putting off some shadow. And then right here again is on the other side. Like that. And we gotta get some dirt. This brownish, goldish color here. Like that. And the road goes up this way again. And I'm painting the opposite side. Yeah, see that nice little, it's like a little Z or a zigzag, right? Well, with that said, I'm gonna now take some of that color from our zigzag, paint that this way, paint this way, coming in like that, all nice and rough like, because it's got to look like grass. Okay, and here we go. Let's pull back the tape, because this is the part in the painting that it's like it's almost done. So the reason why we tape down our paintings is why? Can someone tell me why? Put it in the chat if you know why we tape down our paintings. And if you're curious, I'm using a Cheap Joe's easel today. This is my studio easel that stays here. Alright, coming on down. Look at that. Dirty old road, yo. Dirty, dirty road. Alright, trying to just pan up here. So the reason why we tape our watercolor paper down, taping the painting prevents reducing of buckling. Way to go, Chuck Davis. Thanks for rescuing us. I appreciate you answering the question. So good. For those of you that didn't know, now you can share that information with others. All right. Got some nice light coming, right? Nice light on our barn. You know, simple is more, but we did add some nice little details, right? Some nice little trims. And the key now is waiting for the spot to dry to sign it. I could sign it here on the road, but you know what the problem is with signing on the road? I want you to drive up the road. So if I sign it here, it kind of says you can't drive up the road. Meaning it's going to block the visual cue. So leaving this clear. All right. Let's entertain. I think I can sign it now. Ooh, I don't know. Come on. Let's try it. I am using this marker because finding the right brush to use for painting your name is already hard enough. I use a Tombow pen. It is Sumi ink, so therefore it's archival. It looks like this. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm looking for where it says Tombow. Right there. See that? There we go. This is the green one. And I like the blue one as well. But the blue one does not like rough paper. Alright. If there's anything else I would do to this painting, I would come in here where I see the pencil marks. I'm not worried about the pencil marks, but tell me what you think. See this tree? See how it looks nice and full? Okay. See these trees in the grove? And then see how this is still kind of like transparent? So that's what I would do. But that would definitely take more time than we have, all right? So we are 70 minutes. I'll come on to camera. And, All right. Thank you so much for joining me for another Watercolor Wednesday. It's such a pleasure that we're still doing these. And thank you for your patience that we weren't here last week. I just had to go and teach all the wonderful people over in Maryland. Let's see. I can't think of anything that's up and coming other than the National Watercolor Society exhibit, which is amazing. There is also, you can see that on YouTube. I'll try to remember to put the link down in the show notes when I get a chance. No, I don't have a painting in that show, but I'm part of the board of directors that get to help somewhat organize it. And so, but yeah, we've got, oh yes, we've got sign-ups for here in San Diego for my classes. We start in 2 weeks for the beginner class, and if you'd like to join me on the Tuesday night class from 6 to 9, hop in. Love to have you. Thank you, Chuck. Hey, Kevin. You can watch it on the on the replay, bro. And we've got the advanced class that starts tomorrow night. That will be a good time because I got so many cool things to share that I've learned, and I continue to learn to just pour on to all of you. Thank you so much. We do got some stuff coming up, some Zoom classes that's in the making right now. I will have that information really soon on my website. If you would like to get those updates and those informations, go to my website, put in your email, and you will get that newsletter on when those new classes are coming up. We've got one coming up again for Cheap Joes, which we did not too long ago, which was a blast. We have another Zoom. There's a society up in LA. I'll be doing one with them that you might be able to hop in on. Other than that, I will be going back to Maryland in 6 months. So if you live out in Maryland, you can come join us. I don't have the date in front of me, but it will be on my website next week, and I'll share it for next Watercolor Wednesday. So with that, thank you so much for joining me. Here's the painting one more time. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day, and like I always say, keep those brushes wet. Take care. See you. Bye.